Hello, this is Nintendo 14 playthrough on Sonic Colors Part 13. In the last part, we defeated Dr. Eggman and saved the Wisps. And this part, we're going to get the remaining red rings. As you can see, I am doing post-commentary because this is a montage that I made like a long time ago, like 2 weeks ago. Finally finished it on that day. So, I'm here with post-commentary because if I did a live commentary, it would be a whole lot more complex. So that's why I'm doing a live commentary or post-commentary. So most of these red rings I could have gotten if I had the wisps, but I didn't have the wisps, so I had to miss them. So we have to go back and get these red rings again. As I'm not going to be showing all, or I'm not going to be like having all the red rings, just the one that I missed in these in the playthrough that I'm going to be showing. So if I do get asked if I should just have something where you can view all the red rings, I could have like a little video with a bunch of annotations showing where all the red rings are, but that's only if I get a request for it. So till then, we're just gonna do it like this, where I only show off the red rings that I missed during the main storyline. So there's that, and most of these red rings either were really hidden or either I took the wrong path, so I have to go back and do it the second time. So yeah, most of these red rings you have to like, you're kind of forced to have to, you're kind of forced to have to play a level again so you can get to the other path. But then again, some cases you can get all the red rings in one go. I've done it a few times, and you might notice that sometimes the quality is a little buggy, like it was a little back ago with this pink wisp. That's because my Roxio Game Cap HD just bugging out. I wish I could use the composite cables, but apparently the input for that broke, so I'm forced to having to use the HDMI, which is not the best. So for this, you could use the sine wisp to get it, but I found it was a whole lot easier just to use the pink wisp. So there's that. So we're gonna use the pink wisp again. So we're going to move down. We're not gonna go that way. We're gonna just go straight down here. We're gonna cling onto the ceilings and the platforms, and here's your second ring. And I have to also mention that the music for that I'm using in Tropical Resort is just the 3DS classic, or the modern remix of it. So there's that. And as for the Sweet Mountain music that I use, because I do use music, because if I use the gameplay audio, then it's just gonna sound really weird. So that's why I have music in the background. So for the Sweet Mountain music that I use, it's from Mario and Sonic at the London Olympic Games. It's like the Bullet Bill runs level or so, sort of like a redone or remastered version of Sweet Mountain, but yeah, it's really not really that noticeable. So as for next red ring, this one was really tricky because you have to go back and you don't really expect it to be there, so make sure you turn around for that one. As for this one, I think this is where, yeah, this part right here is always the spot where I will get these remaining red rings. You want to go to the right or go to the left, and you'll see a red ring in the shape of a star with the rings around it. Get what I mean? This next one you're gonna need the pink wisp for, so you're just gonna use that. You want to go through and collect the rockets, just in case. You won't need it, but some of these red rings that I missed are unfortunately the more tougher ones. This is one of the more tougher ones because you have to stay on this platform and you have to dodge other platforms. So you got that to worry about, and you have to keep rotating so that you don't get like blocks and you want to stay on that platform, because you have to stay on that platform in order to get the red ring. And make sure you don't run out of wisp too. So make sure you collect more of the pink capsule to get topped off on time for the pink wisp. So make sure you got that. So once you get to this section, you just jump on there and just move around. You don't need a spin dash because that's really risky. I think I found myself doing that numerous times, because I think with this red ring it did take me like a few tries to get it. So that might be why my life counter is lower. So once you get the red ring, at this point you don't want to die, because once you die, then you have to go all the way back to the checkpoint where you have the white wisp and the rockets, as well as the pink wisp. So you pretty much have to go all the way back and have to go get these red rings all over again, especially for these next ones too, because after this part, the red ring is up ahead from the other one, so you got that. Plus you got the spike sections too, so you have to worry about that too, because that has potential to kill you sometimes. So back where we started, where you would have died if you missed the red rings, you want to take the other path. Just take to the right, and you'll find a spring that you can hit, and hitting that spring will have you being sent into a grind rail. You want to search these capsule or containers, and you'll find the next red ring. It's transparent because I forgot to record when I actually got it, so that's why it's like that. So transitioning over to Act 4 of Sweet Mountain, got lasers, and more of these dumb platforms that nobody likes. It's really slow. It's out of place in the Sonic games, having to wait. Feels more like Mega Man, or maybe Mario a little, but maybe Mega Man or so. But you're not shooting, or you're not jumping and shooting, or that kind. So I show off this footage just because it's the route that I take to get this next red ring, because this next red ring is also pretty tricky, and you want to keep the sign wisp that I obtained up until you get to the next point. And I checked this area because, I don't know, I was really unsure of where the red ring is, but turns out it's just up ahead. I see it right there. Now, you don't want to touch that boost pad right there, because even if you try and jump over it, you'll still be scripted onto that boost pad, which will screw you out of getting that red ring. So fast forward a little bit, or make a little cuts. Want to homing tech a little, maybe get a little closer, so that way you don't run out of purple wisps. So get up to this point at the bottom right here. They got another one right there if you need it, but I could have just started it a long time ago. But the next red ring is somewhere in those dark boxes, so you use the frenzy to go get it. Should be this last batch, and there it is. It's for the, I think, yeah, this might be the last act where I missed red rings. So this is gonna be part where I think I used the cubes. I think I went and try to go get this red ring during the main playthrough. So you're gonna need the pink wisp for this red ring, so be sure you have that when you're trying to get that ring. And it turns out we do have missing red rings in Act 6. How could I forget? This one has spikes and cubes, but for this one you don't need the cube. Spikes is a whole lot easier to get, and most of this, or these two red rings, are usually at the end, like the later part of the levels, if you can't tell, because of the red rings. They're ordered from how far you get in the level. So like the first red ring is like the first one that you should see in the level. So there's that. And that's gonna conclude all the red rings for Sweet Mountain. Onto Starlight Carnival with some of the better music. This one is a remix from YouTube user Cyan Blur. So I'll give credit to you for allowing me to use your music that you uploaded. I'm not sure if it was actually used by you, but hey, you're the one who uploaded it, and I was the one who downloaded it from, with courtesy of KeepVid, which is a good site if you want to download YouTube videos and do illegal stuff, but not in this case though. No, I'm not gonna do something. I'm not gonna do stuff illegal. I'm gonna give credit to whatever I used to borrow. So if I upload a video that I didn't make on my channel, I will give credit. Don't worry, I won't give credit to all that. So again, shout out to Cyan Blur for uploading this music that I'm using. Hope you enjoy it. So we're in Act 2. We're gonna be using the cube to get all the red rings, because this is one of two acts that I didn't get any red rings in. So I think most of the footage is going to be on this act, more flickering, my god-awful capture card. And here I try to be cool with the spikes by igniting the spin dash as soon as I activated the pink wisp, but end up looking like some jackass, but yeah, whatever. So first red ring, you need the pink wisp for it, and a little up and towards the level, you want to keep progressing with your pink wisp. Maybe go through here in the spikes. You are immune to spikes when you're in the spikes. So you want to go to the left, and here's your second red ring. It'd be really easy if you have the pink wisp, so make sure you have that when you're getting it. Make sure you don't get blown up by the explosive blocks. And you want to just cruise up there and get your next red ring. So we're gonna go over to the right here a little, and there should be the next red ring. Then I realized that I'm kind of going out of order, so there's another red ring over there. There's two that I showed off, but the next red ring that I was gonna get is, I think might have been like the fourth or fifth one, but I want to make sure I get them in like the right order for some reason. So this is the next red ring. You want to use the pink wisp, and trigger the explosives. Once that's gone, then you can get it. So this next one is this next one's kind of tricky. So you want to progress downwards. As for that, I want to make sure I get topped off on pink wisp energy. So once I do that, I want to progress downwards. Come on, Jack, you could do it. Very careful. Actually, I'm being real careful. For this, you want to be real careful, because if you miss it, then yeah, it's tough luck. And I found out that you want to get really close to the bottom here. So you want to hug that like lower section. I failed right there because I didn't go all the way down, because you want to go all the way down before you jump. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. So get to that stripe pattern right there and jump. Make sure you double jump too. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna make it. Make sure you do that, and back to the top where we're going to go through. So we're going to use the cube, and we're going to jump over with the dash and wall jump up. Make sure you get it just right, then do the dash thingy, and that's it. One of the two acts that I didn't get all the red rings for, so gonna be in Starlight Carnival with the more red rings. And I have another video of this that I have to post commentate. I wish I could have done it with someone, but apparently I couldn't, because there's some difficulties trying to do so, because I have to give him the video file, which is this, plus I have to try and figure out a way to record all this, or record their voices through Skype, so that's also a problem. So it's just gonna be me commentating all this. So this red ring I could have gotten if I paid attention and actually backtracked a little. So this is a red ring you could have gotten on your first run through the level. So Act 4 of Starlight Carnival. This one took me forever. I thought I would have never. This one I thought would have been so difficult I would have never completed the playthrough. But luckily I managed to do it, and I think I saved another purple wisp there, so I was able to get another one. So we're just gonna keep going. You don't want to miss the jumps. But I was really bad at the jumps because of the weird controls with the purple frenzy, and here I get really lucky. So I was able to break all the blocks I needed to get to the last red ring. And if I would have missed that jump, I think I would have still to this day would have gotten that red ring. So we're in the final act of the pink, or the Starlight Carnival. We're gonna use the pink wisp, and this one might be a little bit tricky if you're not quick enough. So you want to use the pink wisp and get all the way back there and all the way up here. And I think this might be the last. Let me check. Yeah, this might be the last red ring in this video. So I might as well just wrap up here a little. So wait, actually, there's one more red ring. What am I saying? Oh, and here I kept looping the songs, and I apparently ran out of time. So I just yeah, I did I just used gameplay audio for this last clip, just because, you know, just for the heck of it. So this is going to be the last red ring of this video, so tune in next time for part 14, as we're going to continue with the red ring hunt, with the red ring scavenger hunt in Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park, and the Asteroid Coaster.